Pandora friends, my name is Leanne and I'm mad for Pandora. Welcome back to another video. Today I would like to share one of two of my Christmas bracelets for 2024. I'm very excited with the designs I came up with this year, and I've been basically wearing one each day, alternating each day. And I've also got a few accessories that I've made up to go with each set. So as you can see, this design is like a snowflake sort of design, and even though it's not cold here in Australia, it's some of the pieces that I have and I love, and I don't want to just keep them for wearing at winter time here, although it is good in a way to have winter at a separate time of year because we do get to wear it twice. So the first pieces that I'd like to show you are my necklaces and earrings. Now these are pretty self-explanatory. Now this is just the pendant I've worn for multiple years, and these beautiful earrings that I put on the post, they're just called Snow Fury, and they're gorgeous charms. So they just pop off and go on the little barrels. Now I have done earring videos, so if you're not sure how this whole thing works, you can go back to some of my previous videos. And then I have my beautiful studs. These are quite large studs and I do love to wear them. They go perfectly with the pendant. Now the gorgeous necklace that I've made up is just on one of these old Moments necklaces. So this is a 42 centimeter. And I've just created quite an effective, I think, but simple design with some extra pieces. So you'll be able to see the gorgeous celestial snowflake charm that I got in my recent haul. Now, so glad to have two of these, because sometimes with a necklace you definitely have to have two to make a design. So these are just beautiful and very cheap compared to how, you know, flashy and effective they are. So they sort of combine stars and snowflakes. But having no cubic zirconias, you don't have to worry too much about these. And I think I will put them on a winter bracelet when I'm doing my winter bracelet, but for now they have made it to the necklace. Because of course I've got all those gorgeous Christmas charms I have to use. Then the spaces that I have are just called Her Majesty spaces. Now I've had these quite a long time. There's also a matching ring, and it did come in at least pink. I'm not sure if it came in purple or not, but they're very nice spaces, very old too. And then I have these gorgeous charms that there's a big story behind these, but I've told that before. So these ones are just called Radiant Blooms. Now that is supposed to be a snowflake, and absolutely gorgeous. They really catch the light, but not overly blingy, because as you know, I don't like really sparkly pieces unless I tone it down with non-sparkly pieces. But yeah, these are gorgeous. So I have two of those, and then in the middle section here I have a clouds silver lining. So I have two of those, and sometimes I've worn these as earrings for Christmas because they definitely give that whole bauble sort of look, especially when they're on earring posts and they're up the other way. Now the piece in the middle that I've got is really gorgeous. I picked this up when it retired and I'm really glad I did. It's called Merry Christmas on the sides, and this one's just called Celestial Wonders Openworks. And as you can see, it's got lots of detail. So it's got 14 karat gold Christmas star there, and it's got a cubic zirconia in it. And then we've got other little stars, and then we've got the snowflake, and then we've got a little angel. So that's the same on both sides. A very, very beautiful charm. So I'm really enjoying wearing this actually. It's a little bit different to any design that I've done before, and it does sit really well. The fact that I've done the flats with the rounds, it sits really well on my neck without trying to flip. At first I tried to have the 3 rounds in a row, but it kept flipping funny. So it's just a tip if you decide to design a necklace like this. Sometimes you just got to play around till it feels right and it's really comfortable. Okay, now the next part I'd like to show you is my bracelet. Now I've started with it on my arm so I can show it to you before I take it off. So it did take me a long time to get this the way I like it, fitted comfortably, and yeah, it was kind of like a mission of basically a day to keep putting it on, taking it off, trying to work out which order I wanted everything in, because it's a bit different to what I'm used to. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I've got the old snowflake bangle from a couple of years ago. I love this one. And then I've just got my two-tone bangle. And my rings, I've got my love ring, my snowflake ring, and the November birthday blooms with, I'm trying to think what they call this, whether they call this the embrace ring, I'm not really sure, and just my two-tone beaded rings. Okay, now my design is on the Moment Smooth Bracelet. It's a size 18. Now I have a couple of these bracelets and I do tend to keep them for like Christmas designs and any other simple sort of design that I might want to pull apart a lot of times and not necessarily keep as a permanent design. I find these very easy to design with based on the fact that you can put the clips wherever you want. You just have to put like a silicone stopper underneath. But on the downside, you have to keep putting a silicone stopper underneath. So when you're sort of putting the clips on and off, you sort of want to, I don't know, maybe not put the clips on straight away. Make sure the design is the way you want it, because it seems to be a little bit of a toing and froing when you're doing a design. I tried this bracelet, it probably took me like a whole day to do it, just based on the fact that I had charms in mind that I wanted to fit on it in a certain place. Like for instance, I wanted to put the beautiful Christmas tree in the middle as the feature. But then because I sort of was making this area a bit wider, it didn't want to sit very well. So then in the end I decided to put the Christmas tree opposite the snow globe. So that worked quite well. And the other thing I wanted to do was use the new Celestial Snowflakes on this bracelet, but I just didn't quite have the room. I even tried a larger bracelet and then it was too floppy. So like it just was big and it went up and down my arm, so it still didn't sit well. So I went back to the size 18 that I have and I modified what charms I was using. I am very pleased with this design. It just feels amazing to wear. It doesn't have a lot of dangles, as you can see. Now, I thought I had more Christmas dangles than I do, and I'm sure I could find a few on other bracelets that are sort of Christmassy or like star theme or something like that, but I like to really use the Christmas charms that I have because you only get to use them once a year. And I am trying very hard to only wear my Christmas bracelets because I have two, and I'm trying to think, last year I think I only had one, but the year before I had two. And so I like to, you know, alternate each day which one I'm wearing. So I'll start with the first charm. Now this is my favorite out of the Christmas trees. It also is the only one I have. When I decided that I wanted it and it had already retired in Australia, I think I got this one off Floral from memory, and it is very, very beautiful. Now the safety chain that I'm using is just a clip-on safety chain. I do believe this one is still available. It's very, very useful. It's just the Pandora Logo Safety chain, but it doesn't take up a lot of room on a bracelet, and it's got the silicone so it doesn't slide, but at the same time you sort of do still lose this bit of real estate, which is very, very valuable in the Pandora world. But yeah, it does go really well with this bracelet in particular. But this Christmas tree, I mean, they've had quite a few Christmas trees. I've seen some people on Instagram have basically every Christmas tree that has come out. Now, I don't mind the original two-tone one, but I never got that, and I'm not really sure why, but I definitely love this one. I just love all the different color stones. And this one's just called the Festive Tree. So it's the same on both sides. And it looks like it's got little lights on a tree, and then it's got the hallmarks and stuff underneath. Now the next one I have, this is one of the Black Friday charms that were in America. So it was a little bit of a mission to find this one. The first one I bought was actually fake. The second one I bought, of course I sent the fake back. Second one I bought, trying to think, I just bought it off eBay in the end, and then my daughter had one that she didn't want, so I bought hers as well. So I do have a pair of these, and I often wear them as earrings because if you notice, they are very much the same as my snowflake set, but they are quite small as earrings. The Snow Fury ones are definitely a little bit bigger. So these do have the year on the side, but it was 2013, because I'm not sure if you'll be able to read that. And the hallmarks are inside the charm. That's why it's easy to get tricked with fakes of these. But the fake actually did look a bit fake. My daughter compared it to the one she had, and she's like, nope, it's definitely not right. So I do have the real ones now, and I've had them for a long time actually. But I'm really pleased to have two because they're a very tiny charm, and sometimes it's hard to sort of balance it out when you've got small charms or big charms. So this one fit in really nicely beside the Christmas tree. The next one I have, it's another Black Friday charm. Now this one's beautiful. I did originally buy this one off Floral. It's got little Christmas trees. It's got cubic zirconias all over it. It's not super blingy, even though it's got a lot of cubic zirconias. And it's just got a beautiful bow. And then it sort of wraps around the bottom. It's got quite a chunky bail, and it is a screw on. Now it's 2000, let me see. $2014, and this one's called Christmas Wish Dangle. So the other one was called Let It Snow. I'm not sure if I told you that. And then the hallmarks for this one, it's going to be hard to see, is just at the bottom of the bail there. Now the next one I have is a very, very old one. Now this one's just called Santa's Sleigh, and as you can see, it's got a gorgeous little teddy. Now this looks like the Mother's Day collectible two-tone teddy that came out. It's got the gorgeous little gold heart, and that's 14 karat. And then it's got a candy cane and a present and a little bow there. It's got lots of detail, this one. It is quite heavy and it's a little bit tricky to wear and style, but I have sort of gotten used to it now, and I do wear this part up my arm, so it sits quite well. Otherwise it would be constantly flipping like that. But when it's on your arm, it sort of just sits there. And then the clips that I'm using are Winter Wonderland clip. So it's got the beautiful gold on the tip there. It's just 14 karat gold, same on both sides. And these ones are very old and very beautiful. I love these ones so much. Pandora could do with doing, instead of just doing charms for Christmas, they should actually bring out some special clips for Christmas, and maybe even, I don't know, some spaces or something. A bit different to just dangles or charms would be nice. So I've got 2 of those, and then I've got 2 of these beautiful spaces. Now these spaces again are very, very old, and they're called Elegant Embrace Spacer. So they're 14 karat gold. I'm not even going to try and find the hallmarks on them, they'll be so tiny. So I did take them off another necklace just for today, like for this Christmas time. And they're very pretty. But I must say, the star feature of this bracelet to me would have to be these new opals. Now you would have seen me haul these if you watched my last video. These are just beautiful. Now the light's not very good today, but I tell you, when you're wearing this around the house, in the lights, outside, they just glow. You pick up the light so much and they are just amazing. So they're actually calling these Opalescent green charm. So, a bit of a weird name for them. But they're not Muranos, even though we like to probably call them Muranos just based on their shape. And I'm actually impressed by just how beautiful they are. And it's just started raining here, so I'm not sure how much light I'm going to have. There's the hallmarks on the end. Okay, now this is one of my favorite Christmas charms, but I did buy this one pre-loved a number of years ago. It was very hard to find, especially to not pay a crazy amount for it. Now this one's just called Holly, and it's got all these beautiful 14 karat gold little berries on it, and it is such a stunner. Glad to actually have it on the front of my bracelet this year. Just trying to find out. On one of these parts here, but I don't know if I'll be able to show you, there's the hallmark, and it's sort of just written in the little leaves. It is a bit tricky to find. Okay, now the centerpiece that I have is a charm that, surprisingly so, I don't wear very often. Now this is beautiful, and it's very, very sparkly and blingy, and I bought it when it retired, but I don't know, because I hadn't seen it in person, I don't think I realized just how blingy it is. So I think I like it with the toned down sort of look. It sort of doesn't take over, which is really nice. Now that I've tried it on a bracelet like this, I might use it a bit more. But this one is very, very beautiful. It's called Embellished Floral. Definitely got a lot of cubic zirconias. I really like it on the back as well. Just trying to find where the hallmarks are there. That's 14 carat. And then the next charm here I thought went really well with the holly. Now this is called Tivoli or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how to say it. But this is a beautiful old charm, and I just love how it complements the holly so much. And hallmarks are on the side there. At least I think they are. Very hard to see. Okay, now we have another one of these beautiful opals. Just stunning. Yeah, really, yeah, it's a bit sad that I'm losing a bit of light. I'll try and get a nice photo of them and put it on my Instagram when I get around to taking the photos. And the next charm I have is this beautiful old camel. It's very old, it's the original camel. It's got the hallmarks on the bottom. And then another one of the Black Friday charms. And then I've got this beautiful old bells. So this is the one side. These are so beautiful, and they're just called Christmas bells, but they can be for weddings or anything. Like, they're just so beautiful and detailed. Now I believe the hallmarks on these, I'm not even going to try and find them. They're definitely there. But they're so, so beautiful. And then the last charm I have is also a Black Friday charm. It's got the gorgeous 14 karat gold snowflake on the top. And what have we got? A Christmas tree. I'm not really sure what that's meant to be. Maybe a snowman with a hat on. If anyone knows, please let me know. And then it's got other little beautiful snowflakes around. And it's 2015. So I did collect all the original Black Friday charms in the end from America, even though they're super hard to get. And I really love them. The one that I don't put with my Christmas things is the first one. It's on my gold and black bracelet. But I hope you enjoyed seeing my gorgeous bracelet. I really, really am happy with this one this year. And I do have another one as well to show you. So we are having pretty much rain and storms all day this week. So hopefully I'll get a chance to record it. But yeah, very pleased. So have you designed a Christmas bracelet this year? And if so, what colors did you go for? My other bracelet is red, and that's a predominant color. So doing one that's sort of green and gold is a little bit different and unusual. Of course, it's got the bit of blue in it, but you don't see that as much as the green. And there's the other Christmas charm that I could have used in blue, but I sort of didn't end up wanting to incorporate blue into the color, into the bracelet. But I do hope you enjoyed seeing this bracelet and my other accessories. And I hope you guys are doing well, and until next time, take care.